Hello, we are playing Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link today. This is a good old top-down side-scroller Zelda, the second game in the entire series, and it is one of the more iffy of the titles, but it does its job well. And it remains one of my top 3 favorite Zelda games ever, so that's always good. This playthrough is going to be focused in on the palaces. I will do Death Mountain as a part section because that is a requirement to actually beat the game. So what I'm going to do is Palace 1, Parappa. And we're gonna just go around collecting some stuff here for the first few minutes of the game. So the cave we want to go to is off to the east. We are going to go in here, though. Ow. I already need to return to that place. Really, the first thing you want to focus in on would probably be your attack because it's the most expensive. But it's also the best thing you can do. And every amount of points that you see up above or under next is how much you need to get moving for the next level. We're gonna go to the west to see what's up with this this side of the world. I don't think we can get the thing that we need to do here because we need a candle to see in a place. Thank you. It is Zelda month still, so don't worry about too much. This cave. We gotta watch out for something crawling on the ground here. In the next area. Right there, you see it? Got it out of the way. Platforming, it's always fun. My apologies for that Discord notification. I thought it was muted, but apparently it was not. Keaton. And we got this. That's a Harkinator. Increases life when you pick one up. There are only 4 of those to find in the entirety of this game, so we can go looking for those other 3 later. They are very well dispersed around the place, too, so I don't think you'll be hurting too much looking for them. Now, for the dungeons, I have this thing that I like doing. There are 6 palaces in total that give you a full level up upon completion. And what I like to do in level 1 here is, because we get 6 free level ups, I like to get my stats as maxed as possible. But then I go, the maxed as possible is usually 5, 5, and 5. So I will be doing stuff in this dungeon for a while before I go to Death Mountain, which is going to be where the video is going to pick up after I place the lovely crystal into the spire where it's needed. And most of the leveling that I can do in this place is actually going to be off of the enemy called the Bubble. They take a lot of hits to beat, but they give you 50 points every single time you beat one of them. And I'm pretty sure they infinitely respawn, so... It's always nice. Just gotta get out of the way of these things. Sword beams! First locked door, we are good to go. Now the problem with the bubbles is when they're in places like this, it's really hard to get at them. And these things take away your experience points, so if you're really gaining, it's really hard to not have them take them away. I think I'll just go in order here. Except for the fact that I would really like to level up my attack. So, what I mean by bubbles taking a long time to delete, they have a lot of HP for no reason other than they are just stupid. But, again, they give you 50 points every time you beat them, so... It'll make sense what I'm doing, and why I'm choosing to only do this once. There we go. So, like that. Now I need to get 47 more points. $17 more points. $27 more points, because these things can't stop hitting me. There should be something over here that can give me... If it drops the correct thing, it should give me 50 points. Yep, there's our first sword attack upgrade. Alright. So that's 2 keys in our arsenal. Now I'm less offended at going and getting life 3 and magic 2. I would still prefer to get sword up as much as I can so I can take down the bubbles easier. And yes, they do take magic whenever you get hit by them, so it's best to mitigate that as much as possible. Now this corridor is really... it's filled with these bubbles. So you just want to be careful. Jumping is best practice here. I could probably better benefit from a life up at the moment. Oh, another one of these things. Cool. Aw. This is a Dark Nut. Stab him in the face. And it's good. Now we can see in caves. Very fun. These enemies are called, I believe they're bots. The red ones are called bits, but I believe that could be interchanged because I don't know exactly which is which. All that there is red and blue variants. The fast bubbles are the absolute worst. I'll take both of these two out, because that'll get me another level. If you wanted to, it is completely possible for you to max out all your stats before you go any further into the game. That's if you wanted to farm bubbles for the entirety of this. But literally, the bubbles is all I'm going to be farming in here, and I'm not going to place the thing into the thing. You'll see what I mean. But if you leave the palace and then come back in the other way, it'll actually reset and respawn all the enemies in here. So you'll be able to delete everybody again. Bubbles respawn infinitely, so you don't have to leave the place, but things like Dark Nuts, Stalfos, and other various, I guess, more important enemies would reappear. Like, there's a Dark Nut over here, for instance. Stalfos here. Second Stalfos here. We already got 200 points. And we got more of these guys. This is like Experience Palooza. Give me a red bag. Give me a point bag. Ah, sadness. So I will... Oh, boss. Okay. Cast the shield magic. This is Horsehead. I am so rusty. Okay, so we gotta try that again. Yay, Rex. Technically not a game over, because we have lives in this. Now, the boss does not respawn. Ow! Get out of here. Only gave me 50 points. You must grab a key every single time you beat a boss. But that guy will never respawn. So, if I place the crystal into this, I will no longer be able to go into this dungeon because I got the item out of here and placed the crystal. 2 parameters that you have to watch out for. So I'll be back. I'll level up my character to probably at least 5, 5, and 6. And I'll be back to place the crystal in, and then we'll head off to Death Mountain. I know what I said, but 4, 5, and 6, I'm gonna put 5 up onto my sword. So that should be fine. I've got at least a few more places where I can grind up my levels that I need. And I've got 5 palaces left. And it shouldn't take me too long to actually get to max stats. So I'll be back with you for Death Mountain in a moment. Alright, time for Death Mountain. This is one of the most difficult places to be in the game. But there is a mandatory item at the end of it, so we gotta go ahead and find it. And that's what we're gonna do. Gonna see about plowing our way through all these enemies. It shouldn't be too bad, considering I spend a significant amount of time leveling Link to be able to do stuff. Not doing too bad thus far. Yeah, those things come back. Oh, look at that, the worst enemy in the game. They give you a lot of experience points, though. Being able to two-shot them is really nice as well. Actually, no, I stand corrected. There's a red version of that enemy, and they are even more worse. No. We're not going through there. So obviously there's a couple different paths you can take through here. This is where I want it to be. There's a couple different ways to go. I turned too quickly. Yeah, this is one of those red ones that I was talking about. They're really bad. So let's get up over here. Those things infinitely respawn, so we can get some more magic off of them. Hopefully the game will be cooperative. It's going to give me points now that I don't really need them, but we can just farm for a little bit more. I would like some magic, please. Thank you. Okay. Ow, my face. Ooh. Ooh, that is really good. Just because. Almost to the end of Death Mountain here. This cave is probably the most notorious of them all. It's got so many annoyances. Darn. I wanted a points bag out of that axe wielder. I don't know what they're actually called. But I do believe we'll be able to get another level up in here, so that's really nice. I'm gonna go to the left first. Because points. Mm-hmm. And there's another magic jar this way. So that's really good. Mm-hmm. This room sucks. Like, really badly sucks. Lucky me, I've done it enough to where it's not really that much of a problem. I do believe I'll just go ahead and do magic, because I'm going to be using the life up spell a lot. And there is the hammer. I have to go outside of this cave and I have to use it immediately. But there's a magic container that I can grab with this. I would probably feel a lot safer if I was using jump in that specific scenario, the jump magic that is. getting a refill over here. We're fine. I make everything look easy because I've played this game so extensively. It's really not easy. The whole reason I went to 5, 5, and 6 on my stats is so that we were able to survive easier. That's a magic container, and that, with that, I will be back for Palace 2, the Swamp Palace, in the next one. So, stay tuned for that. Alright, Palace 2, Swamp Palace. Let's get moving. I don't really need to do any excessive leveling for this, I would say, but it is just another dungeon, so to speak. And we got brand new enemies. So that's always nice, and I do believe we're going to start seeing blue Stalfos in here. And a few other weird monsters. Just get these guys out of the way and we should be fine. Whoop. Not bad. Alright, we got one key thus far, so we need to go find as many more as we can, but we're doing pretty good already. I'm gonna be abusing the crap out of the life spell. Nothing wrong with it if you can keep your magic up. With level 5 sword that defeats those things so much easier. There's our first blue Stalfos. Cool. There's key 2. Need the points. I have to get 2 more non-statue level ups in order to make it to max stats. Nothing over here. Fine with me. More new enemies. I hate the randomness of this thing. I'm waiting for it to jump. Same deal for this one. Just do not want to be knocked into the lava is all. That's why I'm being very careful. Haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, some of these statue heads will have magic that you can cut down from them. I believe you have to leave the palace to reset them every time. However, so if you're looking for magic and you want an easy way, there you go. And again, nothing wrong with taking out the bubbles. Alright, still hanging with 2 keys. Now 1. Okay, I have to reset the room because I can't get through here now. And we're going. Yeah, watch out for falling rocks. That takes it to a whole new level, everybody. Ah, red dark nut. No big problem. There's 2 of them in here, but I think we're pretty well equipped. And that is the glove. The power glove, whatever you want to call it. It will allow us to break those falling rock blocks as they fall down and try to hit us on the head. And in one of these palaces, I keep letting it smack me in the noggin. In one of these palaces, I believe there's a key in a room like that you have to build a staircase up to. That's for later, though. Another new enemy. Drops fire when it's floating around up there. That is actually quite helpful. Not bad. Whoop. I see another bubble to the right. Just getting all this out of the way as quick as I can. Getting this level up shortly will actually mitigate me needing to get another big level up outside of the statues. If this guy could drop me a 200 point bag, that would be really nice. But, of course, no. No luck. However, I should be able to level up with what's left of the palace. Like, most definitely so. Should be a red dark nut. more Stals. Oh, neither. I believe this is a Garaya. I really just forget the name. Ah, yes, there's our level up. Looks like we're getting Sword 6 at the end of this. Actually... yeah, I was gonna say we could probably stand doing some other stuff real quick. Ah, that hurts. Got the points though. That was the red dark note I was talking about. There should be another red one over here, yep. And the boss. Have your shield and your life magic ready. This is Helmet Head. Just like Horsehead, smack him in the dome. Not bad. And because I'm on my way, I'll just put this in here and we'll be on out of here. I could wait for another 1,000 points and do life to level 8, but I want more sword offense power. So I have to get one more level, and I think there's enough points in the next palace, being... I think it's the Island Palace, the name. I'm really drawing a blank here, but I'll be back with that, and probably with some new sword skills, so stay tuned. And we're back. This is the third dungeon, or palace as they call it. I believe this is the Island Palace. I really forget the name. I need to figure it out soon. Ooh. New enemy. And it hurts. Armored Stalfoses as well. Love that for me. Watch out for falling rocks. Definitely need to do that. Can I get... I was gonna say magic, but finally got a points bag. I want to square up to that dark nut. Squared up and I won. Gotta love jumping up 3 high blocks. Level 6 sword is so good in here. I could definitely use some more magic at this moment. Let's go to the left first. Oh sure, now it gives me one of those. Pattern-based enemies are fun. Really annoying, but fun. Let's just get out of here while we can. Check, see what's to the right. Oh, it might have been better to go this way first. Careful over here, because if you hit it just right, it'll knock you into the lava. Blue Dark Node. And there is the dungeon item, the raft. That effectively lets us go to the east continent of Hyrule, which is the later half of the game. So we are required to find that because all the rest of the dungeons and fun stuff is over that way. Excuse me. Now we can go down into the right. I can't even go up to get that points bag. It sucks. We are almost at the end of this dungeon, though. There's a few more dark nuts this way. Not happy about the blue one, but there's a red one down here, I think, guarding points. Okay, come on. There we go. It's sort of good. Do I have enough to get 500 points. No, the boss is just right here. I mean, okay. It's essentially just a blue dark nut. A jousting dark nut. Oh yeah, I can go back, I can get those points and I can delete that blue dark nut and we'll have a level up, then we'll have a free one. So I'm gonna cast the shield magic here. That was a just in case. Just get deleted from existence. Don't need to do that yet. They have to sneeze. The sneeze is still there. I did once, and it's turning into twice. Sneezing kinda hurts. I suppose that's consistent with a lot of people, but just annoying. Definitely wakes you up, though. So, level 8 life is really fun. And we have exactly 3 palaces left to do. Yay! I'll be back for the next one. And that is on Maze Island. So, stay tuned for that. Hello, and we're back for the Maze Island Palace. This is level 4 of The Legend of Zelda 2 with the Adventure of Link. We've got Wizrobes and all the weird things to deal with. That is a blue armored Stalfos. Come on, I want the point bag. Yeah, it's mine. Oh, we get another one. Another one. I win! Now we're going down. Oh, we haven't seen these guys in a minute. Cool. Ow, my face. The catch about this area... can't use a fairy, because you cannot pick up keys. I got lucky with a magic jar drop there, instead of a dark nut, there's about a 50% chance that a red one will pop out. This is much worse than I thought. That was a red one. Potentially a red one. So we want to go down here. Fall to the right, and there's a blue dark nut somewhere over here. Should not take too long. Yeah. Here's the blue dark nut. These are the boats, and with these we can walk on certain waters. I can't use that 2 times. Sadness. Every once in a while, those statues have magic or a dark nut in them. So I was just checking to see if that one was one of them, but apparently it's not. Guess we gotta go this way. I would really rather not tangle with that thing. Those floating heads are really annoying. Yeah, just be careful in this area because of these floaty heads. No bueno if you get hit by them, but eh. Yeah, probably be a good idea to get some magic back. Because these things infinitely respawn. Definitely need the magic. Still got the other half of the dungeon to do, and we have a key to work with. That'll do. See if we can get a red bubble, magic bottle. thing soon. Might be a good idea to try and strike the statue up front. Can't even do that, so I have to go get magic. I hate that stupid thing. Oh, that is really good. I was not actually planning that, so that's really, really nice. Hey, I might be able to get the 5K before anything else. Requires jump to get. I could have used fairy to get in there, but... Another one of these, huh? This is another key. Anything else? Oh! Cool. Ow! Less cool. Eh. Points. Okay. Up. There we go. I'm trying to remember when we start dealing with invisible walls and floors. I think that's the next dungeon. Palace thing. Whoa. Worth it. I don't like this. Yeah, let's go to the right first, see what's up with that. Wow. I really don't want to risk this. And I definitely don't want to risk the left thing. Cripes. See, that is really annoying. with Fairy, you can just go through stuff. I do want to come back in here in a moment. This is a red. This is already just the boss, so what I can do is... This is Ribbonack, I believe. Just a giant Wizrobe. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go save the rest of these points because I kind of want to free level up. I'll be right back. Alright, 7, 7, and 8. Let's get back over to the boss room, that is. Unnecessary. Cool thing is, I'm going to have level 8 everything going into the 6th palace at this point, but we're going into the 5th next. So we'll plonk this in here. Alright, last level up in the Swamp Palace. Swamp Palace, I forget what the next one's called. It's Island Swamp Palace? Anyway, I'll be right back for it. I can walk on water! This is the power of the boots. And from the path here, you want to go to the east? And then there's a spot you can turn up here. This is for a Harkonator. That's the palace I was referencing. Yay! Now we can just come down here and into the dungeon we go. Yes. Palace 5. Let's do this. I'm liking the brickwork. I'm trying to remember what the item of this place is. I think it's the flute? Or the whistle, the recorder? I really forget what it's called. This is a mean room. Not worrying about the points, because I really don't need them. Those ones, specifically. You know what? I think the fake walls thing starts in this palace. We have a different version of a wizard in here, too. Just watching the screen. Another key, we could use that. Let's let these blocks build up for a moment. The game is making me a staircase. Slowly. Come on. If this was Super Mario Brothers, I would have so many points right now. Ooh. That's funny. Go away. Oh, God. Ooh. So this way wasn't even needed. Love it. Really don't want to risk anything. Go away. Go away, I swear to God. I could use a red jar out of these guys. God, that does a lot of damage. I'll leave it. You gonna come down, or am I gonna have to come up? You can stay there. I forget if this is for a key or points. Any points that I get now after the level 8 sword is just an extra life. That is if I can get to 9k points. So there's a red one up there. Is there a blue one here? Feels good to be able to two-shot certain dark nuts. And one-shot the lower guys. So that's another key. Okay, I never got the item. I mean, I guess. This thing is named Guma. Ow. Eh. Ah. Eh. Ah! Eh. I'm just gonna put the crystal in, because I want my level 8 before I actually get a game over. Now, the palace is not going to lock because I did not get the item in here. But when I leave after I get the item, it will lock. So we're gonna get level 8 sword. And now, anytime we get 9,000 points, we get an extra life. See? So now I gotta go hunting for that item. And a key. I believe there's a third boss refight in here that guards said thing. I don't know why these things are tripping me up all of a sudden, but... Now I one-shot the red ones, too. That's great. Those things respawn way too slow. Please watch out for falling rocks. Did I go this way before? Yes, I did. There was a key on the far side of a wall, and I never got it. Let's go grab the item and I'll be done. And I'll meet you back for the hidden palace. Yeah. Fake. Gotta love doing things in reverse order. Boss first, item later. Normal Stalfos. Bit of a downgrade, eh? 3 of them. Okay. Spare key. I didn't get the points out of that, no! Oh god. There's... A blue. There it is. Okay. Now I just need to make my way out of the palace. That should be easy enough. I'll meet you back for the hidden palace in a moment. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, this is bad. Very bad. Yeah, find those rocks. Play the flute in front of them. This is the hidden palace. Last dungeon on the list before the Great Palace. And we have the magic key, which is an all-opener, so I don't have to worry about getting any keys anymore. And I really don't have to worry about getting points either. But I might. In any case, let's go forward. If this is just for a key, I'm going to turn around. The lore of this place has there marked as no keys in here except for bosses. I mean, I guess. Now, the requirement to get through this dungeon is you actually need the fairy power-up, so if you haven't got that yet, what are you doing, and how did you get through the Island Swamp Palace, level 5? Oh my god, come on. If you don't have the magic key, you will have to be going through every single one of these locks as a fairy, which is going to delete all of your magic supply very quickly. Screw this. Seriously, screw that room. That is so bad. I could go directly to the boss. I think I might actually do that. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the fight I was talking about. You have to refight this boss in here. I don't really have a backup of anything. Link doll, thank God. Yeah, I don't have magic, so I need to be over to the right. Hopefully I will get either a red jar to drop from one of these guys, or I will actually use that Link doll. I would prefer not to do that, as in die. God, it was ropes. course, it's always a points bag when I don't need it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use that link doll. Unless if there's something to recover me. Yeah. Never lucky. Should I just let them delete me? I don't know. I really don't want to lose all these points. Okay. Let's go deal with the boss, which is called Barba. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done. Finger slipped. This is Barba, by the way. Kinda looks like Volvagia. Got it. Jumps directly into the lava and just screws off. I'm getting a linked doll and I'm going back in to get the item. Holy jeez, that is so stupid and annoying. Now we have to take the link doll here, so... yeah. Let's go find that item. It is the cross, and we have to get it for the most powerful magic, as the game self-describes. And is a mandatory thing if we want to beat the game. Whatever. I can be a little more careless with how I play, which is good for me. And I believe... there's a something coming up that needs reflective stuff. This one's kind of mean, I would say. Because you have to jump, and in between a specific set of those statues, there's a fake floor. So that's kind of no bueno. And then in here, we have to fight Ribonak again. And that gives us our item, which is the cross. Yay for that. Alright, now I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna make my way to the Great Palace, which is the final dungeon. I'm gonna save you the heartache, I would say. There's the fake floor. Be right back. Honestly, I guess I'll show you how this is done. Getting to the Great Palace, I mean. It is really annoying. Not to mention all these things are trying to beat you down before you even get there. But I decided to game over, so I lost all my experience. Supposed to be like a jar here or something. Whatever. And I say this is the worst way to get to the final dungeon because it's all lava. There's just too many things going on everywhere. Then we have these stupid jumping things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to use the jump magic to get through there too. Just patience with all this. Best advice I can ever offer. This is called Death Valley for a reason. It's like Death Mountain, but more valley instead of mountain. Waiting for this guy to come up. Or just don't. Getting all these things out of the way is probably your best bet at getting through here alive. Just farming up as much extra magic as you can possibly get. There are a couple instances where it's going to be really good. Oh god. It's going to be really good if you have more than what I do for fuel. Okay. Just quickly strike those things down. I don't think I can do that. Oh, just barely. Pardon my French, but fuck that jump. I hope if we ever get a remake of this game, which honestly we should, I hope that they make it easier to get through that, because that is actual, like, that is... ugh. Anyway, Great Palace. Now, there's no specific item in here, and we just have to get down to the lowest level. Jump over that, because there's a fake wall floor. Trying to remember exactly how I have to go about this. I think I'm already going the wrong way. Okay. There's a few different ways you can get through this palace, but there's a really specific one that I'm just forgetting how to do. I don't know if it's a good idea to fall down there, but I may have to. Glad I caught that. Oh God, one of these guys. I kid you not, those things are called Fokka Knights. F-O-K-K-A. This was a bad idea. There's a couple hidden Link dolls in here, by the way. And that is a blue Fokka Knight. They jump high, and they hurt a lot. Not really something you want to fight. Right down there is where I want to be. That is a real big problem, considering I have now gone the wrong way. And with that, it might actually be more beneficial of me to start from scratch. Because this thing's back. Yeah, game over on screen. That's 2 for me. But the good thing is, we get to continue from the Great Palace, and this is the only dungeon that does that. The only one. So I have 2 game overs on this file. So we do need to start by going to the left, then we need to go to the right. Everything does full damage to me, it sucks. As soon as I get done with this, though, I'm going right crazy into Link to the Past. I think I finished up the previous session with completing the Desert Palace. Oh, excuse me. Okay, yeah, we're going the right way this time. Mm-hmm. I stop at the Desert Palace. I have my file waiting outside of the Tower of Hera. I can't wait to start doing playing through ROM hacks of this game, because that's going to be crazy. I don't know what kind of crazy it's going to be, but it's going to be bad. I've played one in specific called Resurrection of Ganon. Oh, that's a good one. It just has you getting magic throughout the entire way through, and you're just going to reseal Ganon away. And they map him over Thunderbird, and it's really cool. If you can get up there, I'm pretty sure it drops either a Faka Knight, or if you're really lucky, you'll get a recovery for magic. That is a King Bubble. Doesn't do anything. I believe we go to the left here. Usually those regular Faka birds... no, that's incorrect. Usually they lead you to the right spot, but we have to find a spot that we saw on our Game Over run. So we're gonna go this way. Oh my god. This is where we want. This is familiar. Of course. Just be careful as you normally would going across lava-filled places. Should be a King Zol / a King Bubble in here. Another Faka. Okay, just a King Bubble in here. Oh my god. I hate those things so much. Curious as ever. I believe... If we were to go to the left, I believe there's a Link doll. But there's also these things. Yay! Sadness. The catch about Link dolls, they don't come back if you grab them in a playthrough. I'm gonna check to the right first. No. Okay, we need to go to the left. I'm able to recognize certain spots, but it's just like, come on. This is where we needed to be. And if we break these blocks, we can go down here. If we go over here, though... If we're really... I thought there was... It might be lower down, but there's like a magic recovery somewhere in one of these sorts of block things. There should be a King's Ol. Drop down here. This is the lowest place in the palace. This is where I was trying to get to. Of course, never lucky. Double over. I don't have enough magic to deal with Thunderbird, which is the first big boss of the area. But we are right at the end of the game here. Oh, we're just screwed? Guess so. 64. I do not believe I have enough magic for that. That's like 6 blocks. Am I able to do this? Ah. So I was. Interesting. Crap. Okay, There we go. Alright, Thunderbird is done. This is gonna be a trick, but let's see if we can deal with Dark Link. That is the final boss of this game. Now, I've got 2 tries to do this. Thunderbird doesn't come back. Okay, let's try this again. Finale fight. I think I got this. Let's try this one last time. For the win, Zelda 2 versus Dark Link. Yeah, I'm done. I am so done right now. So done. I'm so sorry I had to do the cheese strap, but we are done with this. That was Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, all dungeons, all bosses, etc. We'll be back for a full playthrough, probably in, like, next year. Thanks for watching, you're all super chill, and I'll be back for Link's... I'll be back for A Link to the Past tomorrow. I win! The princess has awoken. Yay. Bye! Bye? Woohoo! Can't say I feel like we're real one doing the cheese strat against Dark Link, but that is just... I need to figure out how to do that correctly. And a kiss for the road. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Hehe.